What's good, everybody, and good morning. This is Dear Woke Christian, the podcast, and my name is Jason. This open letter format podcast, this is actually meant for those who profess to be woke or embrace critical race theory or believe that we should build bridges to wolves. You know what? I'm just going to jump right into this. So this Alan Parr, Marcus Rogers clownery has been going on for months. And Alan has been out of pocket for quite some time. And yesterday decided he was going to put a video out answering where he's been and his stance on Marcus Rogers, the oneness Pentecostal heretic from Chicago. It didn't go like he probably expected it to go. And you know what? He deserves all the smoke that he's getting. What he said was reckless. What he said was inconsistent. It was biblically in error. It was bad. So I'm going to propose two questions to Alan Parr or to Alan Parr's supporters or anybody that supports Marcus Rogers, whatever. These are my two questions. So, dear Alan, I understand your building a bridge analogy, and I'm going to pretend that it is actually a cogent, solid argument. Here's my question. Why is it that I hear people who used to be sound or people who are doctrinally more toward my camp and more doctrinally orthodox bending over backwards to justify Marcus Rogers, but I've yet to hear Marcus Rogers bend over backwards to join and come closer to orthodox or sound biblical teaching? I've yet to see him do that. If nothing else, he did that video recently about explaining the Godhead, and it was a complete dumpster fire. So he's actually going further away from orthodoxy. So he's making your bridge that you're building even longer. It's a bridge to nowhere, my man. Next question. Why is it that in this bridge building analogy, why is it that you keep that people who are sound, people who are orthodox, people who have decent theology seem to be making all the compromises, all the adjustments to get closer to the person who was a heretic? I don't see the heretic coming across the bridge. That is over there chilling. But you're making all of the adjustments. That's got to sit in your mind. That's got to stand out to you that you're making all the adjustments. You're catching all the smoke. You're getting all of the backlash for embracing Marcus Rogers. And Marcus Rogers is just sitting there chilling. That guy is just absolutely doing his thing, pulling snakes out of people's backs, being assigned an apostleship, sitting in sitting in the lake in Chicago. I mean, he's doing all kinds of stuff. But he's not coming closer to you. He's not adjusting his theology. He's not looking at his theology. You're adjusting your theology to embrace him. He's not doing the same for you. Just a couple questions I thought of. I appreciate it. I hope that this thing continues to go on. I hope you continue to catch all of the smoke. I hope that you continue to get all of the pressure from the YouTube community and people abroad that, hey, Alan, you got to say something different. You have to reevaluate this, and you've got to isolate yourself from Marcus Rogers as a wolf. He's not doing you any favors. He's not helping you at all. He's not helping you grow your brand, grow your platform, and he certainly is not helping the testimony of Jesus Christ. This is Dear Woke Christian, the podcast, and my name is Jason. I do this open letter format podcast because I want you to see the beauty and the sufficiency and the glory of God's word and compare that to what you've been told, bought, or sold. And if it doesn't line up with God's truth, I ask that you jettison it. If it doesn't make much of Christ, get rid of it. You don't need it. So we don't need to get our Bob the Builder hats on and start building bridges. What we need to be doing is preaching God's word. I appreciate you. If you don't mind, giving me that 3-piece special. Give me a like, a share, a comment. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, feel free to click that subscription button. It's not going to hurt you at all. And in the meantime and in between time, by God's grace, next time, grace and peace.